The Reno Sparks real estate market made some huge moves this January. Let's go and take a look and see what happened with our inventory prices and so much more for the month of January in 2022. Let's take a look. So would you look at that? I had to do a double take when I first looked at these numbers. We jumped from $545,000 to just over $580,000 median home price for Reno Sparks. So taking a look at the last 13 months, you can see we did do a good bump up there. It's not usual to jump up that much, especially in a winter month, but you look at 2021 and from February to March, we did have a similar big jump as well. So maybe we just had a big jump a little bit earlier. But we're going to talk about why that is here shortly. How quickly are homes moving? Well, they're moving really quickly. We dropped from 15 days to contract to 7 days to contract. So that's how many days it takes to get an offer accepted for your home once it hits the market. Let's look at our sales, all of our new listings that have came on the market, and where our inventory's at over the last 2 months. Well, inventory is ridiculously low. In just a few seconds, I'm going to show you a graph showing the past. But for now, look at we did see our new listings did drop or jump up over last month, which is expected. After the holiday season, we start to see those new listings come on the market. But we didn't have enough yet. So hopefully we'll see a strong spring market come with us. I added this graph in here. This is showing our inventory in Reno Sparks for single family home since 2018. So we're looking at really the last 4 years on the market. And you can see that those big two humps there on the left almost looks like an M. Those are kind of more of a traditional market for us. So we have a big spike of inventory in the middle of the summer, and then nose diving down for the winter, and then up in the summer. And that third peak there, you can see that was our very mediocre peak because that was the beginning of the pandemic. So you saw that valley low dropped a little bit lower, and then it just came back up just a little bit in 2020. As soon as the pandemic hit, we kind of saw things nosedive down in terms of inventory. We saw more buyers come on the market, more investors, and it just gobbled up all the inventory. And we're very much low. You can see we're pretty much about level of where we were last year at this time. So I think we have just a couple more homes than we did last year. I think it's like 10. So I added this graph on here. This comes from Redfin, and they actually is showing the off-market homes, or how many homes came off the market within the first 2 weeks of hitting the market. So they're looking at all the pending homes that are available. And most important thing to pay attention to is that black line up there. So comparing, you have the scale over here on the right showing you which year is which color. Look at that black line, how quickly. It's over 60, I think it's 64% or so of all homes went under contract within the first 2 weeks of hitting the market. You saw that the median days to contract was 7 days. And actually 64 homes, or 64% of these homes are actually getting an accepted offer within the first 2 weeks. So pretty substantial change. Our month supply of inventory, even though we did see inventory drop down again, we didn't have as many homes coming off to it. Or we saw more homes come on the market as well. And so it just fed in a little bit faster than it fed out. So with that said, we actually did go up from half a month to 0.9 months supply of inventory, which is good news, but far from where we need to be. Looking at our inventory in a price range you may be looking for, how many homes on average are available at any given day in January? Well, you can see that most of these went down over last month. There was just a couple that had inched up, maybe a couple homes or so, but most of these went down, and you can see that most of them are between $400,000 and that $750,000 price range. How many homes are we writing going under contract? This is my forecast model of essentially where our market's going to be 30, 45 days from now. And you can see we did about just almost 400 contracts, accepted offers on homes essentially, and just barely a little bit more than December, which is not where we should be. Now, last December we did do about the same, surprisingly. Now, we did do about 416 last January, and you can see, so just a little bit more, but you look at January of 2020 at the far end there, 523. It should be a little bit higher. So we didn't put as many homes under contract. That's why we saw our month supply of inventory go up just a little bit. But overall, the homes market, their homes are still selling really fast, as you saw. Let's take a look at hyperlocal, and this one was the shocking one, and where our median home price for Reno Sparks came from. We can see that here for Reno, the median home price jumped up a bunch. That's where we saw a lot of that movement in the market. $625,000 median sales price for a home, over a 12.5% increase in 1 month. Now, this is something big to talk about, and with our inventory the way it is, I don't see a way that this is going to change that dramatically until we start to see those inventories rise. We're going to talk about interest rates next week, so don't forget to hit that subscribe button so you make sure you don't miss next week's video as we dive into interest rates and inventory. But I do want to just line up here. You can see our new listings went up, but our inventory went down. So very strong market there. Taking a look at Sparks here, $532,500. Went up only 3.6%. That's significantly less of a difference than you saw for Reno, but everything else pretty standard. Listings went up, inventory still went down. Looking at Fernley, $376,000 median home price, went up almost 4%. And look at that, new listings up just a little bit, active inventory down over 26%. Heading to our capital of Carson City, bumped up again a little over 3.5%, and you can see new listings that went up, inventory down almost 40%. So we need homes all over Northern Nevada, as you can see. And down a little bit further south, you can see that for Minden-Gardnerville area, it actually went down for median home price, and new listings stayed steady. So, but we did still see active inventory drop down almost 34%. I always want to talk about condos and townhomes here in Reno Sparks. $328,500 median home price for home here for condo townhome. Always watch those HOA fees. If you are interested in those, let me know. It can be a more affordable option to get you going here in the area. That wraps up our hyperlocal market, and I'm going to go in again, like I said, next week to talk about interest rates and mortgages and kind of more what's happening on a national scale as well. So don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Watch my other videos over here. And if you need to contact me, my information's down below. I'll see you next week. Thanks for watching.